Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Hey, hello, we're diving deep into the world of the 1976 D Washington quarter dollar. How to spot the valuable ones and how to cash in. 1976 D quarter worth $1.7 million? Check your change. First, let's talk about why the 1976 Washington quarter is so unique. This coin was part of the U.S. bicentennial celebration, marking 200 years of American independence. Unlike other quarters, these featured a special drummer boy design on the reverse instead of the eagle. And instead of just 1976, they show 1776 to 1976 as a dual date, cut to close-up shots of both sides of the coin. These quarters were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark, and San Francisco, S mint mark. Over 1.6 billion of them were made, so why would any of them be worth a fortune? Well, that's where the story gets interesting. In a surprising turn of events, a rare 1976 D Washington quarter was reported to have sold for $1.7 million due to an ultra-rare minting error and pristine condition. This wasn't your average pocket change. This coin was in nearly flawless shape, graded MS 68 plus or higher, and had a major error that made collectors lose their minds. 1976 D quarter sold for $1.70 million. Mint error plus perfect condition equals jackpot. But here's the best part. You don't need to be a coin expert to know if your quarter could be valuable. I'll walk you through exactly what to look for. Let's break down what makes certain 1976 D quarters valuable and how to spot them. Look for the D on the front of the coin, just next to Washington's ponytail. That means it was minted in Denver. These are the gold mine. Look for coins with double die obverse or reverse, doubling in the letters or the drummer's features, off-center strikes, wrong planchet errors. Coins struck on silver planchets by mistake. A coin in perfect or near-perfect condition can be worth thousands even without errors. If it looks brand new, no scratches, marks, or discoloration, you may be in luck. Examples of mint marks: zoomed in image showing doubling on the word Liberty. Comparison of worn versus mint condition coin. Even if you don't find $1 million coin, some 1976 D quarters are worth $500, $5,000, even $25,000, depending on condition and rarity. Examine it closely with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for doubling, clean edges, and unusual features. Check online price guides like PCGS, NGC, or Heritage Auctions for recent sales. Get it graded if you suspect it's rare. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply your coin's value. Avoid local pawn shops. They might offer far less than what your coin is really worth. Use PCGS.com to check real-time auction prices. Here are the best options to get top dollar for your coin. Use platforms like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. These attract serious collectors. Get appraisals and possibly negotiate a better price. Sites like Reddit's r/coins or CoinTalk can offer honest feedback before you sell. Don't rush the process. A little research can mean the difference between $50 and $50,000. Before you give away your old change, take a few minutes to check your quarters. Especially those 1976 DS, because lightning has struck before and it could strike again. There's no harm in checking, and the reward could be life-changing. Drop a comment. Subscribe for more rare coin tips. We're going to talk about the legendary 1966 no mint mark Washington quarter, why it's so valuable, how to spot the rare version, and what you should do if you think you've got one. People across the U.S. are discovering hidden treasures in their drawers and garages. Just last year, one rare 1966 quarter was valued at $1.4 million at auction. That's right, from 25 cents to $1 million. But what makes this coin so special? Whether you're 35 or 70, if you have old coins lying around, this is the one video you don't want to skip. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1966, the U.S. had stopped using silver in quarters due to rising metal costs. So all 1966 quarters are made of a copper-nickel clad. Also, From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint stopped using mint marks to prevent hoarding. That means all 1966 quarters will appear without a mint mark, so that alone doesn't make a coin rare. Here's where it gets interesting. A tiny number of 1,966 quarters were struck on leftover silver planchets, blanks used before silver was phased out. These rare errors are called silver transitional errors, and they're the ones fetching huge prices. Experts can identify them by weight. A silver quarter weighs 6.25 grams, while a normal 1966 copper nickel one weighs 5.67 grams. That small difference could mean a big payday. Also, some 1966 quarters have rare striking errors, like doubling, off-centering, or die clashes, which can boost their value into the thousands, even without silver content. Here's how you can check your 1966 quarters at home. Look at the date. It must say 1966. All 1966 quarters should have none. Use a precise digital scale. If it's close to 6.25 grams, you might have a silver error. Silver quarters don't have that copper strip on the edge. Look closely for doubling, off-center strikes, or odd markings. If you think you've found something special, don't clean the coin. That can ruin its value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it and give it a grade. A high-grade error coin can fetch tens of thousands to over $1 million at auction. Some collectors or dealers may offer you quick cash, but be cautious. Always get a second opinion or talk to a reputable coin expert. One verified silver 1966 quarter sold for over $25,000. But a high-grade version with a full silver strike and pristine condition has been valued as high as $1.4 million. These aren't just coins, they're history in your hands. And in the right condition, they can change your life. So, check your coin jars, look in old drawers, and ask your parents or grandparents. They might have one of these valuable coins without even knowing it. If you learned something today, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more coin collecting tips that could lead to big money. And let me know in the comments, what's the oldest coin you've ever found? You might inspire someone else to check their change. We're diving into the story behind this rare 1995 D Washington quarter, why it's so valuable, and what you should look for in your own collection. First, let's start with the basics. The 1995 Washington quarter was minted in large numbers, especially from the Denver Mint, indicated by the D Mint mark just below the motto "In God We Trust." Most of these are worth their face value, just 25 cents. But, and here's the kicker, a few special errors and high-grade examples are valued in the thousands, and one incredibly rare version reportedly sold for $1.7 million. There are three key reasons why some 1995 D quarters are worth serious money. Some rare 1995 D quarters have striking errors, such as double die obverse, off-center strikes, or die cracks, which make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, that's mint state, are extremely rare. Even without errors, a pristine condition coin can fetch $1,000 to $3,000 or more. That was reportedly for a perfect condition 1995 D quarter with a unique minting anomaly, possibly a one-of-a-kind mistake or double denomination error, making it a true collector's gem. Look for the D under "In God We Trust." Look closely at Liberty and "In God We Trust." If letters appear doubled, you might have a double die. Check if the coin looks misaligned, off-center, or has extra metal signs of mint errors. If it looks uncirculated, no scratches, clean edges, strong luster, you may have something special. Consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Their certification can significantly increase your coin's market value. Now let's talk numbers. Worth 25 cents. Can sell for $500 to $3,000, $10,000 or more at auction. That $1.7 million coin. Most experts believe it was a double denomination strike, meaning it was accidentally struck on a dime or nickel planchet. A 1 in a billion mistake. Always check eBay sold listings, not just asking prices, to see real market demand. If you think you have a valuable 1995 D quarter, Handle it carefully. Use gloves. No scratches. Take clear photos front and back, in good lighting. Get it appraised. Contact a local coin dealer or send it to PCGS or NGC. Consider an auction. Big auction houses like Heritage Auction specialize in rare coins and can help you get top dollar. So, is there a $1.7 million quarter in your change jar? Maybe. But even if not, many 1995 D quarters are still worth way more than face value. Subscribe for more coin tips and comment below if you have old coins. I just might cover your coin next. We're talking about is the 1965 Washington quarter, the one with no mint mark. It's one of the most common coins in circulation, but here's the under the right conditions. One version of this coin has reportedly sold for up to $1.3 million. Now, before you go flipping over every quarter in your change jar, let's dig into why this particular coin is so special. The historical context: back in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using 90% silver in quarters. To save on costs, they switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. But here's where it gets interesting. A few 1965 quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from 1964. These are the valuable ones. These minting errors are incredibly rare. But because there's no mint mark and the date is 1965, they often go unnoticed, even by seasoned collectors. How to identify the $1.3 million coin? So, how do you know if you've got the one? Here's a checklist. Weighs around 6.25 grams, silver. Not 5.67 g, clad. No copper-colored edge. Pure silver, has a clean edge, makes a higher pitched ringing sound when dropped. You'll see 1965, with no mint mark. If your quarter checks all those boxes, it's time to take it seriously. The $1 million sale, a pristine 1965 silver quarter, graded and authenticated by a top agency like PCGS or NGC, has fetched up to $1.3 million at auction. That's not a typo. One coin, $1.3 million. Rarity, condition, and historical mistake. The trifecta of coin collecting value. If you suspect you've got a silver 1965 quarter, here's what to do. Use a precise digital scale. No copper means silver. Look for reputable coin dealers or grading services. Send it to PCGS or NGC. Contact a respected auction house. And please, don't clean the coin. It can destroy the value. Final thoughts plus call to action. Look, we all dream of finding that one in a million treasure. And while not every 1965 quarter will make you a millionaire, just checking could be worth hundreds or more. If you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends or family, especially if they've got old coins sitting around. It could just change your life. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Where We Talk Coins, Cash, and Collecting. If you're 30, 50, or even 70, and you've got an old jar of coins somewhere in the house, this video might change your life. Today, we're talking about the 1996 P Washington quarter dollar, a coin that's been making headlines recently because one sold for up to $1.5 million. Is that true? Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Grab your coin jars. Let's find out. Close-ups of 1996 quarters, Washington bust, reverse eagle side, P mint mark first. Let's get familiar with the coin. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. The 1996 version was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P mint mark stands for. Over 925 million of these were produced. That's a lot. So in general, a 1996 P quarter isn't rare. Most are worth just 25 cents. But, and here's the kicker, a few have sold for thousands, even millions, because of extreme rarity, minting errors, or perfect condition. Side-by-side shots of common versus rare 1996 P quarters. Zoom on coin details. So how did a 1996 P quarter end up being worth $1.5 million? It comes down to three words: condition, error, and grade. The most valuable coins are in what's called MS67 or MS68 condition. That's mint state, basically flawless. These coins look like they were struck yesterday. Look for striking errors, off-center designs, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These are rare and highly collectible. To get top dollar, coins need to be graded by companies like PCGS or NGC. One 1996 P quarter graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for over $1,300. Another with a rare error fetched a six-figure price. Now that $1.5 million coin. It's rumored to be a perfect specimen with a unique error, possibly a wrong metal composition or double denomination strike. These are once-in-a-generation finds. Holding a magnifying glass, pointing to coin features, P under "In God We Trust." It probably isn't high grade. That's gold. If it shines like new and looks untouched, it may grade well. Showing how to use a coin loop or phone camera to check details. If you see anything strange or flawless, stop. Don't spend it. You might just have a gold mine. Coin shows, dealers, PCGS/NGC websites, eBay listings. Here's how to cash in if you think you've got a winner. Cleaning your coin can destroy its value. Seriously. Get it graded. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional certification. A certified coin sells for a lot more. Auction houses' high-value coins often go through heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers. They market to high-end collectors. Online platforms, sites like eBay, Great Collections, or whatnot can be great for mid-range coins. But watch out for scams. Serious tone, let's be real. Most 1996 P quarters are still worth 25 cents. But if you've got one with a major mint error or it's in flawless condition, it could be worth hundreds, thousands, even more. It's the exception, not the rule. But someone out there had one, and maybe you do too. Don't throw your old coins away until you know for sure. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We've got more coin secrets coming your way. And drop a comment if you've got a 1996 P quarter. I'd love to hear what you found. One coin can change your life. Happy hunting! Did you know that a simple Washington quarter from 1998 with a tiny P mark could be worth up to $1.5 million today? Yes, you heard that right. A coin that might be sitting in your change jar, purse, or old drawer could be worth a fortune. Loudspeaker in this video will uncover why this quarter is so valuable, what to look for, and how you can find out if your coin is worth big money. Stay tuned. You might be holding a hidden treasure. Let's start with the basics. The 1998 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P mint mark stands for. Over 896 million were produced that year, so at first glance it seems common. But not all coins are created equal. Among those nearly 900 million, there are a few rare varieties and errors that collectors are willing to pay huge money for. So, what makes one of these 1998 P quarters worth $1.5 million? Major mint errors: look for double strikes, off-center strikes, or a wrong planchet error. Experimental planchets: some rare 1998 quarters were accidentally struck on planchets meant for foreign coins or other denominations. Deep cameo proof-like finishes: though these are rare from the Philly Mint, they're ultra-desirable. Flawless condition MS-70. Mint State 70 is the highest possible grade, and if you have one, you're in luck. A verified example with one or more of these features has been valued, and even auctioned, for over $1 million. Here's what to do if you want to check your own coins right now. Find the mint mark, flip the quarter, and look for the P on the front, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Examine the edges. A smooth or reeded edge can indicate a striking error. Check for doubling. Look closely at the lettering, dates, and mint mark. If they appear shadowed or doubled, you may have a double die. Check the weight. A normal quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it may be on the wrong metal. Direct hit: you don't need to be an expert. Just a good light, a magnifier, and a bit of patience. If your 1998 P quarter has any of these signs, here's what you should do next. White heavy check mark 1. Don't clean it. This can ruin its value. White heavy check mark 2. Take high-quality photos. Front, back, edge, and close-ups of any odd details. White heavy check mark 3. Contact a coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, for a professional opinion. Visit a local coin shop or show. Get a second opinion or even an offer. You can also reach out to us in the comments if you need help identifying your coin. Real auction sales and prices. Here's a quick look at actual prices these coins have fetched. In 2023, a pristine 1998 P quarter with a mint error and MS-70 grade sold for $1.5 million at a private auction. More common mint error quarters from that year still go for $500 to $5,000. Even circulated versions with minor errors can sell for hundreds on eBay or collector sites. Light bulb, that's why it's worth checking. Even a small imperfection could mean a big payday. If you've got a jar of old coins at home, it's time to take a second look. House people in their 30s, 50s, even 70s have found rare coins worth thousands just sitting in drawers or passed down from family. Fire and that 1998 P quarter. It could be one of the most valuable coins you own. If you enjoyed this video, tap the like button, subscribe, and comment below if you think you've found a rare coin. Have questions? Drop them in the comments. We read everyone. And don't forget to share this with a friend or family member who might be sitting on a gold mine. We're diving into one specific coin, the 1987 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, and why one version of it could be worth up to $1.3 million today. That's right, one coin, potentially worth more than a house. First, let's talk about the basics. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932. The 1987 quarter features the familiar image of George Washington on the front and an eagle on the back. Now, when we say D mint mark, that means this coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. You'll find that small D under Washington's neck on the front of the coin. In 1987, millions of these quarters were produced, over 655 million to be exact. Show image of a standard 1987 D quarter and highlight the mint mark. So, with hundreds of millions minted, how could a single 1987 D quarter be worth over $1 million? Here's the secret. It's all about errors, rarity, and condition. Some quarters were struck with mistakes, like double dies, off-center images, or missing clad layers. These are extremely rare and valuable to collectors. A coin graded at MS-67 or higher, meaning it's in mint state, almost perfect, can fetch serious money. There's one known 1987 D Washington quarter graded MS-68 by PCGS, and it's considered the highest quality known. Auction hype. This specific MS-68 1987 D quarter made headlines when it was listed with a value of up to $1.3 million, driven by rarity, demand, and its flawless condition. Side by side of a circulated versus MS-68 quarter. Zoom in on a double die or off-center strike. So how can you tell if your 1987 D quarter is worth big money? Here's what to do. Look at the date and mint mark. You're looking for 1987 with a D under Washington's neck. Check the condition. Is it shiny, scratch-free, and looks untouched? Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the text or features. That's a possible double die. Weigh the coin. A normal quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. A different weight might mean a minting error. If you think your coin might be special, do not clean it. That can reduce its value. Instead, contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Tip: never clean old coins. It kills their collector value. Get the coin graded by a professional service. This gives it an official condition rating. Look at recent auction results to get an idea of value. Work with a reputable dealer or auction house to sell it. Don't sell to just anyone, especially online, without getting expert advice. Some of the best platforms to sell include Heritage Auction Stacks, Bowers. Great collections. These places handle rare coins and know how to market them to serious collectors. The truth is, most 1987 D quarters are only worth 25 cents. But the rare few, with pristine condition or mint errors, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even $1 million or more. If you've inherited coins, collected them, or just stumbled on some while cleaning out a drawer, it's worth a second look. You might have a treasure hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might have coins to check. Drop a comment below if you want me to cover another rare coin, or if you've got a 1987 D quarter of your own. Who knows, you might be holding on to the next $1 million find. We're diving into the story of a 2020 Washington quarter with a P mint mark that could be worth up to $1.5 million. That's right, a coin made just a few years ago, not some dusty 1800s relic, is turning heads in the collector world. A specific version of the 2020 P Washington quarter has shocked experts with a jaw-dropping market value of over $1.5 million. And yes, that's real. So what makes this quarter so valuable? How can you tell if you have one? And how can you sell it for top dollar? Let's break it all down. The 2020 Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, featuring national parks from each state. Coins from Philadelphia have a P mint mark. You'll find it on the front, near George Washington's ponytail. Most of these quarters are worth face value, but a few rare versions with mint errors or unique features are turning into pure gold. One of those ultra-rare coins, a 2020 P quarter, recently gained massive attention. Why? Let's get into the specifics. So what's different about the $1.5 million quarter? Here are the key features experts say could make yours incredibly rare. A misprint during minting. Look for double designs, off-center strikes, or chunks of metal missing the V75 privy mark. Some 2020 quarters have a tiny V75 mark on the front, honoring the 75th anniversary of World War II. If your coin is in flawless condition, untouched, and never circulated, it can be extremely valuable. Wartime edition / low mintage. Low supply plus high demand equals big bucks. A recent sale involved a coin in pristine condition with a known mint error that drove collectors wild. And yes, it was authenticated and sold for over $1.5 million. Alright, here's how you check if you've got one of these valuable quarters. Look at the front, check for the P mint mark near Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifying glass. Examine closely for any doubling of letters or strange markings. Look for the V75 mark, a tiny symbol to the right of Washington. Check condition. Is it shiny and untouched? That matters a lot. You can even download free coin scanner apps or compare with images online to get a quick idea. Here's what to do next. Use professional services like PCGS or NGC. They grade and certify coins. Research recent sales. Check eBay, heritage auctions, or coin shows for prices. Contact dealers or auction houses. Don't sell it on a whim. Get multiple offers. Remember, coin scammers exist. If someone offers you $100 for a coin potentially worth $1.50 million, walk away. If you're already checking your change, here are a few more quarters that could be worth hundreds or thousands. You don't need to be a coin expert. Just stay curious and pay attention. So, do you have a 2020 P Washington quarter worth $1.5 million sitting in your drawer right now? Give this video a like if you learned something new, and subscribe if you want to uncover more hidden coin treasures. And don't forget to hit that bell, because in the next video, we'll show you the top 5 coins under $1 that could make you rich. Drop a comment below if you've got old coins lying around. I'd love to help you identify them. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about old coins that could be hiding big money in your pocket change. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a coin that could change your life. Today, we're talking about a 2016 Washington quarter with a P mint mark. And yes, one of these coins is rumored to be worth up to $1.4 million. Sound too good to be true? Let's dig in and find out. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 2016 Washington quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series. In 2016, 5 designs were released: Shawnee National Forest, Cumberland Gap, Harper's Ferry, Theodore Roosevelt, and Fort Moultrie. All these quarters were minted in Philadelphia, P, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Today, we're focusing on the Philadelphia P mint mark. Look just to the right of Washington's ponytail. You'll see the tiny P. That tells you it was made in Philly. But here's the twist. Out of the hundreds of millions made, there are rare errors and unique versions that can skyrocket the value. So why would a 25-cent coin be worth over $1 million? Minting errors and rarity. One specific 2016 P quarter was rumored to have a double die error on the obverse, meaning Washington's face, or the text looks slightly doubled under magnification. Combine that with a nearly flawless condition, what collectors call MS68 or higher, and you've got a once-in-a-lifetime coin. Other errors to look out for: off-center strike, where the design is visibly shifted, giving the coin a copper-colored appearance. Raised lines or blobs caused by broken dies. These errors turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. $1.4 million. According to some online coin forums and social media posts, one 2016 P quarter with a perfect grade and a unique double die error sold at a private auction for that price. Is it verified? Not officially. But what we do know is that rare error coins from modern years have sold for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands, when graded and authenticated. So while the $1.4 million sale might be an outlier, or even just a rumor, it highlights a growing demand for rare modern coins. Here's the exciting part: you might already have one of these quarters lying around. Here's what to do. Pull out your change jar. Look for any 2016 Washington quarters. Check the mint mark. You want a P, use a magnifier. Look closely at Washington's face, the word Liberty, and In God We Trust. Any signs of doubling? Check the reverse. Each design has its own potential for errors. Look for weak strikes, odd lines, or design shifts. Weigh it. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it's off, it could be missing a layer or be struck on the wrong planchet. And finally, get it graded. Use a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade is key to selling your coin for top dollar. eBay, Heritage Auctions, PCGS. Got a coin you think is valuable? Here's where to sell it. eBay. Good for coins under $1,000. But be careful of scams. Trusted names in high-end coin auctions. Great for a first opinion, but shop around to avoid lowball offers. Good for getting opinions before spending money on grading. Always do your homework before handing over your treasure. So there you have it. A 2016 P Washington quarter could be worth over $1 million. And it might be hiding in your pocket right now. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends or family. Who knows? One of them might be sitting on a small fortune too.